Hi, Taurus. This is a general reading for the sign of Taurus. If you have Taurus anywhere in your birth chart, this is your reading. It is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Anytime you're looking for advice or seeking information, it's a good way to practice using your intuition, trusting your inner voice. Again, you know what is for you and what is not for you. What is right for one person is not necessarily right for the other person. We each have a truth that we are destined in our lives to follow. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Taurus. Taurus, many times in readings, you'll hear me talk about healing hurts, listening to or adding to healing vibrations into your daily routine. Those hurts, those vibrations, those frequencies are also known as the solfeggio frequencies. And during this time, during the energy of this time, I do recommend that you add the 963 hertz frequency. You can add that to your meditation practice. You could add that to your listening to that during your commute. But that 963 hertz frequency is also called the frequency of God's consciousness. It promotes spiritual awakening and higher consciousness and a deeper connection with the divine. It is also associated with the pineal gland, which is believed to be the third eye in spiritual traditions. Thank you, Spirit. And before we get to the foundation, the basis of this reading, let's practice with our intuitive cards. I'll give it a quick shuffle. We'll select one of these cards. I love this. I love this card. And so if you believe you know what that is, feel free to put that in the comment box. If not, at the end of the reading, we'll have a reveal and we'll see if we were able to link with our intuition, our inner voice, our inner knowing. And the foundation, the basis of your reading is the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands really speaks to the struggle, the effort, the passion that we have put into something. And that is driven by the Ace of Swords, knowledge and wisdom, learning how to use our passion or our desires, learning how to use our energy, the frequency that we create with our thoughts, and the knowledge of how to use that. And let's see how those cards play into the rest of your reading this week, Taurus. And we start off with the Queen of Cups. And if we look closer at the Queen of Cups, we see that she's kind of maybe lost a little passion, a little bit of desire, a little bit of drive. While she has everything and she's sitting on her throne, and we can even see the cherub here, which are divine spiritual present, but she has seemed to lost passion, lost desire, lost interest. And that's followed by the Star card. And the Star card reminds us we are the star of our own life. We have the ability to draw from the Spirit. We have the ability to draw from our emotions to feed the physical, yes, to feed using our spirit, using our energy to feed the physical, to feed the tangible. And that is followed by the star card, or excuse me, the sun card. And the sun is, again, good, positive energy, good, positive vibes, good, positive environment, being surrounded by an environment that is matching your energy. And then that is followed by the the Queen of Wands. And anytime I see the Queen of Wands, we see that she has mastered her fire, mastered her passion, mastered her energy. I think at this time, Taurus, you may be feeling stuck. And when we feel stuck, it is simply because we are not where we want to be, and we're focusing on where we would like to be or where we would like to go. And we're seeing that distance. Instead of being in the present, we're looking at the future, and we're focusing in on that distance. And that distance is what often has us feeling stuck. You know where you would like to go, and in order to gain momentum, in order to alleviate the feeling of being stuck, simply focus on the next step. We're thinking too far into the future. We're thinking too much about where we would like to be. And I do believe that you are making progress, but it's not moving as quickly as you would like to have it moved. And by focusing on the speed or focusing on the progress, you're slowing things down even more. Spirit is asking you, sending you the energy to just stay focused on the next step. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves here, Taurus. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles, focus. And here again, we're talking about focusing. And with the Hermit card, again, it's the trusting your intuition, trusting your inner wisdom. Your intuition, your inner wisdom is lighting the path in both your public and in your private life. And then we have the Four of Wands, happy home. Happy home, happy relationship, moving on, moving from a home, moving from a relationship, moving towards the unknown. Someone at a distance, a family member. At this time, Taurus, you are entering into or in the energy of healing. And I do believe that this is the energy of healing, that you're learning to trust your inner voice, you're learning to trust the spirit, the wisdom that comes from within. You are understanding that each of us is on our own life's path, our own life's journey. And part of your healing involves speaking with or having a conversation with someone that there's a distance from, or there's a distance between you. I don't know if this may be a physical distance, like miles, or a physical distance, but some of it might be just an emotional distance. Oh, excuse me. Some of you, it may just be an emotional distance, or maybe you feel that you're on different vibrations, vibrating at a different level. But it is up to you at this time to initiate, to have a conversation, to make that phone call, to guide you. To guide you, I don't know if what exactly has caused this grudge or caused this disagreement, this not seeing eye to eye. And maybe perhaps you don't know what words to use or what to say. What we can begin with, Taurus, is asking ourselves if this grudge is worth the divide that this is causing. Is this grudge worth the divide, the distance that this is causing? And we don't always need to have the words. We can initiate the call, we can initiate the conversation, and trust that spirit, and trust that the words will come. As long as we're speaking from our heart, as long as we're speaking from our truth, and we're speaking in a calming, positive energy, you know, sometimes that's all we can do. But I really do see, by you reaching out and initiating this conversation, that it will work out better than you're anticipating. Stay in the present and just focus on the next step. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. You know, and this Six of Pentacles is actually the Hermit, the teacher in disguise. And then we have the Empress card, which is really the card of manifestation. And then that is followed by the Ace of Pentacles, the manifestation, the bringing something into the physical, the creating something from nothing, bringing something to life that has not been in this realm. And a third option, another choice, something that we're not seeing. I think up until this point, Taurus, you have been, and you do have the skill set to keep your feelings under control. It's almost like you have been keeping your feelings under control. And they are so under control. It's like they're sealed up. They're sealed in a jar. They're sealed. There's in a container. You're not letting anything out. You're not letting anything go. And while, you know, being able to control our feelings and being able to control our actions is admirable, do remember that it can also hurt us. If we're not letting any of those feelings out, if we're not letting any of those emotions out, if we're not letting any of that energy out. So feelings and emotions are really an energy. And if we're keeping that locked up, if we're keeping that sealed and not letting any of those out, nothing can come in. And so instead of being in control, it becomes a barrier, a limiting barrier. And this limiting barrier, if we do not let that out, if we do not let those feelings and thoughts and emotions out, not only is nothing coming in, but it is, you run the risk of it exploding. That energy will just stay in that jar and build until it becomes explosive. And then there's no control in an explosion. But I think that we can also convert those held in feelings, those held in emotions. We can convert them to positive. And when we send out positive energy comes back to us. Spirit is letting you know there is a third option. There is another choice here for you to see in letting go of some of that control and in sharing your feelings and letting your feelings out and letting your desires know and letting your desires be known. And that is the message that I have for the sign of Taurus. Taurus, before I let you go, let's do this card. And did you select the star card? I love that we had the star card and then we have the star card here, which is the ultimate confirmation to let us know you are the star of your own life. And you do have the ability to take those feelings, those emotions, that pent up energy that you have. You do have the ability to bring those into the physical realm and water the soil to create the life, to manifest what it is that you are wanting to manifest. And that is the message that I have for the sign of Taurus.